Hi.
So
Hi.
we're back again.
We're back
yeah,
again.
So, yeah, we were saying that in Japan there's this kind of, it's like a proposal for dating, you know.
Yeah.
We have a proposal for dating, not just for getting married. So that's a lot of steps. And it's psychologically a little bit of, how do you say?
Overwhelming?
Overwhelming. Yeah. But you said that today's young generation is slightly different and they may be less formal.
Yeah, they're becoming less and less formal because they have, like, you know, the phones and they have SNS. So when I was younger, you know, we didn't have cell phones or internet. So we had to actually make a call, phone call.
Mm-hmm.
And actually we had to dial, you know, dial and make a phone call and ask out, or like write a letter, a love letter, and send it to your crush. And so it was, you know, very different nowadays. They just, you know, send a message. They just line. You know line?
Mm-hmm.
Line is like a, you know, messenger or
you know, the name
message.
line is not a good one because in Japanese, line, you know, it's like a
Yeah, line, yes.
long, very long line. In English, it's like line. So it's weird if I ask you, do you have line on your app? It's so short, you know. It's kind of confusing because a line is just a word. But line sounds like a name of the product, but
Line is like a, yeah,
line.
I'm online,
Yeah.
something like, yeah.
I have line, but I mean, there are apps whose names are short, so I guess it's okay. Uber. There's something called Link. Line.
I don't know, like, yeah, but anyways, they use those apps and they just casually send a message, you know, want to catch up or want to go for a drink. And so they're becoming more westernized in a way. They don't really like, I've been, you know, I love you, so I would like to go out with you. I would like you to be my boyfriend or something, you know. It's never been that way anymore.
Cool. So, do you think that people are thinking, I want to date foreign people, as opposed to it just happens to them? Because in Japan, there's this notion that some people are dating foreign people all the time. I do remember I used to be a receptionist at a JICA office in Ibaraki City, I think.
In Osaka? Or
Yes, and
Ibaraki
I was
Prefecture?
no Ibaraki City in Osaka. I used to be a part-time job receptionist, part-time receptionist at the JICA, kind of like a dormitory for people who are there, and a bunch of them are from foreign countries such as South America, other parts of Asia, and then many of them were dating local women, and some women were very, you know, their boyfriend. I mean, I don't know. They were dating foreign people all the time. Kind of. There are many of them.
Yeah, there are many of them that want foreign boyfriends.
Yeah. So they're like, I want to get a foreign boyfriend, kind of. Yeah.
And some people just want the international relationship just to improve their English or you know, foreign language like a French or a German. And I have a friend. She started learning Korean about 10 years ago, and she kept saying she wants a Korean boyfriend, Korean native boyfriend, so that she can practice her Korean. and she found a boyfriend, and actually she got married to him.
I think for Japanese men, it may be even easier for them it may be easier for them to date foreign women because of this initial, how do you say, boot camp setup that you have to hoop through. Is that the word? Because you don't, I think with foreign women, you don't necessarily have to commit from the very start. You have to just naturally, ask them out for a movie or a lunch or whatever. And then you can kind of get to know them. Maybe this kind of meeting foreign people may be easier for Japanese people. Although you said the younger people are different today in Japan. But when I'm saying this, I completely am not thinking of this new environment where people use SNS and stuff. I have no idea how things work in Japan. I'm completely thinking in terms of long time ago when there was no internet. Maybe it's easier now. So you have a lot of... but anyway, the point that I wanted to make is that I know in Japan more women want to date than men want to date foreign people. But I think it's easier for guys to have foreign girlfriends because of the small population subgroup of people, men who can speak English. And you know what I mean? I think one of your videos, your Canadian or American friend, I think was talking about relationship with Japanese men, one of your videos. Sarah, yeah. I just know that because recently you posted the photo of you and her together a couple of days ago, and that reminded me of the video.
Yeah. We went to Mount Takao for 2 years.
And this was a couple of years.
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
And there was, and you guys spoke a little bit about this topic. I think I've seen that video a while ago, but I'm saying it's easier.
Japanese men. Yeah, we talked about Japanese men.
But in reality, it's easier for Japanese men to date Western women because not many of them are willing, or not many of them can communicate well, I think. And this is a difference, I think. In Japan, I feel like, in the West at least, I think. Let's imagine a high school. I think almost everybody has a boyfriend or girlfriend, regardless of how they look or if they're cool or they're not.
How they look.
Yeah, because it's like a tier system. If you're not super good looking, but you still have a tier or group of or a pool of candidates who are equally less appealing in terms of their look and at different levels.
Prom, right? At American high schools, they have prom, so you have to find someone to go to the prom, right?
Prom idea is a reflection of how everybody can make a boyfriend or a girlfriend, unless you're like a really, really super strange or nerdy. A social stream. But you can find a nerdy girl if you are a nerdy boy. And I don't know if that happens in Japan because I think it's partly because of education system and how you get a job. You kind of have to go to a good college and get a good job to be appealing as a you have to wait a long time to really think that person gets a good job, and then maybe people don't want to be making or commit too early in the game.
Because these days everything has been changing these days. But when I was in junior high or high school, dating was kind of prohibited by school. Japanese high schools have rules, right? Strict regulations.
Did you go to a private school?
No, I didn't go to private school. And my school was not that strict. We didn't have really like a school rules. We had a uniform, but we didn't really have, what to wear for, in the winter you need a coat, right? Because it gets really cold. And some schools are really strict that, okay, so coats should be always black or brown and without any hood and or something like that. But my school was not that strict, so we could wear anything we want, like bright pink color coat or red color coat. Anything was okay. And bags, we didn't have a school bags. But some schools were really strict. You can't wear these. You can't have like knapsacks. Knapsacks are not. You can't bring knapsacks to school, and you have to wear those shoes, and you have to wear this black brown coat, and you can't go out with boys or girls. Going out with boys or going out with girls are prohibited by schools. So so you can't have a boyfriend. You can't date. That's against the rules. That's why. So you have to wait until you get into the college.
Okay.
University, you can start dating.
That's too much of waiting, I think, right?
I think so. Well, actually, nobody follows the rules. They, they have boyfriends and girlfriends, but not everybody. I think 1 out of 3 or 4 boys had a girlfriend, I think. My age. Yeah, 1 out of 3.
Say it again, 1 out of how many? In high school?
In high school, 1 out of 3 or 4
boys
had girlfriend. Yeah. None of my friends had a boyfriend. I didn't have a boyfriend when I was in high school, and none of my friends, female friends, had boyfriends either. So it's like, 1 out of 10. That's a long time
typically
ago.
I think typically in America, maybe rate is higher than that, I think. It's
so
different.
it's a cultural thing. Yeah, it's a very cultural thing. In elementary school, boys sit this side and girls sit this side, right? So it's always separated.
Yeah.
So
okay. Let's ask people to ask us questions. Guys, I know 18 of you are listening. If you have any questions for on this topic for us, let me know. Kenji just said, wow, a huge mug. And let's see if everybody knows the word mug. Hello.
Huge mug.
This is a mug. And this is New York City, kind of a Starbucks mug.